Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar for year 2025. This year, we come up with a new IP2Profit series, and the first installment is on Tesla. Our topic today is we want to explore how Tesla leads the electrical vehicle industry with intellectual property. A bit of introduction. I'm a patent lawyer by profession, actively involved in the patent IP protection and monetization in the Southeast Asian region for close to 20 years. Okay, so let us start with Tesla. I'm going to divide my slide into first, talking about Tesla generic competitive strategy. And we are going to look at how Tesla protects its corporate competitive strategy using intellectual property. So Tesla was founded by the godfather of EV, Elon Musk, way back in 2003. By 2018, Tesla was already the largest electrical car seller in the world. In 2025, Tesla dominated the automotive industry with a market cap of 1.4 trillion US dollar. Now, all the other automotive company add together, their value is less than the valuation of Tesla. So today we are going to see how Tesla utilizes intellectual property to protect its market share and to protect its core competitive advantage. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit of statistics about Tesla. Tesla was named after Nikola Tesla, a great, successful scientist of his time. Tesla is not only an automotive company, it is also an energy solution company. So Tesla has launched various models starting from Roadster in 2008 to Model S, Model 3, Model X, Model Y, and Cybertrucks. These are the various models produced by Tesla. And in 2023, Tesla sold 1.81 million cars globally, capturing 19.9% of the global BEV market share. And you have other companies, mainly from China, following closely behind, BYD, Xiaomi. These are the up-and-coming EV companies. Okay, so market capitalization of Tesla. Tesla, as of December 2024, is valued at $1.4 trillion. Right? It is the world's largest EV company by market cap. And the share price, Tesla stocks, experienced a very big surge after the US election. It went up from 780 billion to 1.25 billion. Within a few weeks, the market cap has increased by 470 billion. So this is the performance of Tesla share. And also, if you are an investor in Tesla, you would have made very handsome return over your investment. When Tesla was listed, it was, I think, if you have invested $100 on the day Tesla was listed, your $100 would have become 30,000 today. It's a good 30 times. It's a good 300 times increment, right, over time. So we would like to explore how Tesla, what is the secret sauce of Tesla success, and how does Tesla compete so successfully. So this brings us to my second part, which is the generic competitive strategy of Tesla. So to study the competitive strategy of Tesla, I would like to borrow from the framework proposed by Professor Porter. Professor Porter, generic strategy model, propounded that there are three basic strategies where organization can compete. First is if you choose to be a no-frill cost leader. Companies like IKEA, you sell your products or services cheaper to win the market share, or you become a differentiator and you come up with uniquely desirable product and services, and you focus on a very specific market, right? So these are the three strategy that companies should adopt. You cannot be a cost leader and a differentiator at the same time. You cannot be stuck in the middle. You have to be either one of the two. And for Tesla, it's definitely a differentiator. So Tesla differentiate by using its brand power. It differentiate using its very innovative software, and also it differentiate with performance. So Tesla has positioned itself to be a high-end brand. It inspired brand loyalty by dedication to R&D, dedication to high-quality green vehicle, and customized, personalized customer service. So this is the branding side. And on the software side, we can all agree that Tesla is not only a car company, it is also a software company. It has sophisticated software that you can update wirelessly, and the driving experience, the user experience are all driven by software, right? There's a lot of self-learning, self-driving AI software that learn constantly from the data of its user and enable the car to be more personalized and more user-friendly. So this is a software differentiator, and also Tesla also differentiates on performance. Tesla recognizes that the consumer generally are worried about the EV's performance, worry that it cannot last the distance, it's not powerful enough. So Tesla has invested a lot of research into how to create a more powerful battery, how to extend the driving range, and how to speed up the charging using the supercharger. And all this innovation, all this charging in increasing, in improving the performances, all these performance differentiators, they are all protected by different patents. So today we are going to focus on how these differentiators are being protected by Tesla. And of course, Tesla also focus on a specific market segment, which are the well-to-do consumer who are environmentally conscious, right? These people are willing to pay more, to pay a premium for a better product, but they do not want to sacrifice on comfort. They do not want to sacrifice on performance or design. They want the best, and they are willing to pay a premium for it. Yeah. So if you translate Tesla's competitive strategy into a strategy canvas, this is what you have, right? How Tesla compete with the other players. So it competes on acceleration, it excel on speed, it excel on the driving range, it has a shorter charging time, it has more stylistic design, it has a premium brand, and also all these differentiators are being protected by Tesla with using different kind of intellectual property rights. So all the functional differentiation like acceleration, driving range, charging time, they are protected by patent. The stylish design protected by industrial design, and also the brand, the goodwill, it is protected by trademark. So this is what we are going to explore today. Okay, so let's look at some of the fundamental of intellectual property before we go into Tesla strategy in patent, in trademark, and also in industrial design. So the intellectual property is a form of economic moat, right? So when a company comes up with something that enable it to compete better and to make it more attractive to the market, right? This competitive advantage has to be surrounded by some form of economic moat. So if you don't have an economic moat, this competitive advantage can be very easily copied away because all these are intangible. The ideas, the shape, these are all intangible. It can just be copied so easily. So intellectual property creates an economic moat, a barrier of entry, so that you can have a sustainable advantage over time for foreseeable future. So for Tesla, the economic moat lies in the intellectual property assets, which includes the patent that protects its innovation, that drive the performance differentiation, that drive the software differentiation, and also the trademarks that protect its powerful brand, the Tesla goodwill, as well as the design that protect industrial design that protect its stylistic design, right? This is the main economic moat for Tesla. So a bit of introduction to IP very quickly. Yeah, when we talk about IP, there are different kind of legal rights that enable you to own different kind of new idea that you create. Like for example, you come up with a new invention, a new solution, you can patent the new technological invention. If you come up with a very creative content, you can own the content by copywriting the content. If you have a brand, you can own the brand, the goodwill, by trademarking the brand. The design, the aesthetical outlook, you can own it by filing an industrial design. And also, there are also certain secret proprietary information that you can own as a secret. So these are the different kind of IP, and we will be focusing today on patent, trademark, and registered design. All these IPs are monopolistic legal rights. Yeah, they are intangible asset, and they are jurisdictional. The reason why they are jurisdictional is because if you want to have a legal monopolistic right in a particular country, a particular jurisdiction, you can only get it from the sovereign authority of that jurisdiction. So if you want protection in Singapore, in US, in China, you need to go to individual government to get that monopoly. So this is why it is jurisdictional, and all the IPs, they have a lifespan, right? So when you want to own an IP, it's only for that duration of protection. So different IP has different durations. So the engine of growth, as I mentioned, for Tesla, the engine of growth lies in the intellectual property. They come up with some new ideas to solve some problems for EV car. So they protect it, to protect the innovation using patents so that they can have it, they can own the idea. If they come up with some new shape, they protect it by industrial design. If they own a brand, they can protect it. They come out with the brand for the models, they can protect it by trademark. Okay, so the most basic function of all this registration, all this IP is first barrier of entry. So you own it so that people cannot copy your idea, and also you secure freedom to operate. So if you own this idea, then no one else can register this idea to sue you. Afterwards, you can see from one case where Tesla lose the freedom to operate to use the Tesla word in China, because the mark has been registered by someone else, so they have to buy over the brand. Yeah, so these are the two reasons why company should file IP, to have a barrier of entry and also to secure freedom to operate. Okay, so let's come into the trademark strategy of Tesla. Okay, so Tesla is one of the most valuable automotive brand. It is worth more than $58 billion. It is ranked the second most popular brand, just behind Mercedes-Benz in 2024. So a little bit about origin of Tesla logo. Tesla was actually originally not owned by the company. it was first trademarked by a man called Brad Stewart in 2004. Yeah, the name was actually registered in 1994 by Brad Stewart. And when Tesla was formed in 2004, they tried to buy this, to own it, to try to file this trademark. But because it's already registered by someone else, they have no choice. The company was almost called Faraday instead of Tesla. But Elon Musk persisted, and eventually he managed to convince the original owner to sell the trademark to the company for $75,000. So this is how the name become Tesla's, owned by Tesla. It was bought over, and this logo Tesla actually is come from a single rotor from a cross-section view of a motor. As you can see, right? This logo is actually the shape of a rotor, a cross-sectional view. And not only the trademark, right? When you register a trademark, you also have to own the domain name. And again, Tesla.com was owned by someone else. So the company has to buy over the domain name Tesla.com for $11 million, and it took over a decade to own the mark. Yeah, so if you don't own the mark, you have no freedom to use the mark. So if you have a new brand that you want to sell to the market, I think before you will ever, before you start advertising the mark, the first thing is to own it, right? So that you have freedom to use the mark and you can stop people from using the mark. So when Tesla registered the mark, it registered not only the logo, it also registered the word mark, Tesla, and not only the house brand, the product brands like Model Y, Model S, Model X, Model S, all these, and Cybertrucks, all these brands were also registered as well. Yeah, so the whole portfolio, the trademark portfolio will include all the name and the brand and sub brands used by Tesla. And when you file a trademark, there are different classes. All the goods and services are classified according to the NIST classification into 45 classes. So so when you file a trademark, you need to choose the right class where you want to sell your goods and services. So for the case of Tesla, the three main classes are class 12 for motor vehicles, class 9 for battery, class 37 for charging station. These are the classes. So when you come up with, when you sell your product, right, you will have to identify what are the key classes. You don't only protect your main class, you also cover the supporting classes, the supporting product or services that is important to your business. So this is what Tesla has done. They filed trademark in multiple classes and to cover fully. And trademark being jurisdictional, if you want to own a mark in your key market, then you have to file country by country, right? So in the case of Tesla, the key market is China, US, and a lot of other countries. So Tesla brand is filed worldwide, but for countries, the key markets like China and US, they file more trademarks than the other markets. Okay, and these are the filing trend of Tesla over the years, right? All in all, Tesla has filed 740 trademarks in different classes over the years. Okay, so Tesla has also encountered some problems in different countries. One of the problems they faced was happened in China, where there was a Chinese national by the name of Chan Baosen. They filed the Tesla trademark in 2009. Sorry, 2006. Yeah, 2006. And he was granted the mark in 2009. So when Tesla tried to enter the Chinese market, they were sued by Chan Baosen, the original trademark owner in China. China practices first to file principle, meaning if you are the first to file the trademark in China, you will own the trademark. So And in this case, Tesla can't say that, oh, I have been around longer than you. This argument only holds water in a first to use jurisdiction, but China is a first to file jurisdiction. So in that case, Zhang Baozhen took action against China in 2014, claiming for $3.85 million in compensation and also asking for injunctive relief. So Tesla had no choice but to settle with Zhang Baozhen and to buy over the trademark, right? So this is the defensive reason, right? Just now we mentioned we found trademark because we want to stop people. We found trademark, we found IP because we want to secure freedom to operate. So in this particular case, Tesla has no freedom to operate in China. So because the mark has been registered by someone else, so they have to buy over for them to continue doing business in China. And in another case involving Tesla in India, luckily Tesla has managed to file trademark in multiple classes in India, in class 12, 25, 36, up to 42, so all different classes. And there was an Indian battery maker trying to sell Tesla Power brand in India. So Tesla took an action against this company in India, trying to stop them from using the brand in India. Up to today, the case is still pending final hearing. But what happened is Tesla managed to secure some injunctive relief against this company for them to stop selling this brand, right? So this is what they can do. You can have a freedom to operate. You can stop people from registering the mark. So this is the trademark strategy of Tesla. Next, I would like to look at the patent strategy of Tesla, right? So before I start, I would like to just share a little bit about what are the criteria to get a patent. Patent at the end of the day is a game of combination, right? So if you combine things together in a new way that can have a result, a better result, and it can work, right? If you can meet these three criteria of novelty, inventiveness, and usefulness, you can register a patent. Okay, so it's a game of combination, and there are a different category of patentable invention. Like for example, you have non-moving parts, like post-it tag. You have paper and glue. You put them together. If the combination is novel, and if the combination can solve a problem, then you can get a patent for the combination. The same applies to machine, where you put moving parts together, like your photocopying machine. You combine them together, the different parts that can perform the photocopying function. You can own that patent and the combination that deliver the end result. Process patent deals with the combination of steps, right? In the case of Tetra Pak, you have combination of steps put together to pack milk in a vacuum to preserve the shelf life of milk. Or you have a composition of matter patent, where you put the component, the ingredient together in a new way that solve a problem. So you can own the composition by filing a composition patent. In the case of Tesla, you can see how Tesla put different parts together to solve a problem, and they own that parts by owning the patent. So before I go into some of the key patents filed by Tesla, I would like to share a little bit about the patent statistic of Tesla. First, Tesla owns about 3,400 patents globally, belonging to 1,000 patent families. This is the state of Tesla patent portfolio. And Tesla filed patents in its key market, and the key market is US, China, Europe, Japan, all these key car manufacturing countries where Tesla filed their patents. And the technology focus area, Tesla filed a lot of patents in energy storage and battery space, and also on autonomous driving. These are the key areas. And of course, Tesla also filed many designs. So these are the areas that we will be looking at afterwards. Okay. And these are the filing trend of Tesla, right? Over the years, Tesla has been filing a lot of new invention, a lot of R&D are going on. Okay, so my focus today is I'm going to look at like some of the performance differentiator, the software differentiator that Tesla has developed, and how Tesla uses patent to own those differentiator. So I summarize those differentiators into 5 areas. First, Tesla was able to come up with a battery, a solution that can power the vehicle to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometer per hour in 2 seconds. So these are the pickup rate, better pickup rate. Tesla has also come up with a battery, a lithium battery can last 1,000,000 miles. So this innovation was protected by Tesla using a patent. We're going to share about that. And Tesla was the first car company that was able to come up with a battery that can travel up to 600 kilometers in a single charge. So what is the technological innovation behind this performance, this function, and how was this protected? We can share some patent with you. And Tesla also solved the key concern about the charging time by coming up with supercharger that is able to charge a battery to 80% storage within 40 minutes. And Tesla has some innovation which they have patented. Last but not the least, Tesla is also putting a lot of innovation into the self-autonomous driving software. So there are some patents that I can share with you. We have summarized all these patents, right, in this handbook. So if you are interested, you can download the handbook and you can read a little bit more. But today, I can only like skim through some of these patents just to give you an idea of how the innovation can be protected by Tesla. Okay, first let's look at the acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometer per hour in 2 seconds. So how can you accelerate, right? You can have a better pickup rate. So what Tesla has done is, first, they come up with thousands of lithium battery in one battery pack, instead of one large battery, right? So you have thousands of battery in one pack to deliver more power. And when you have thousands of battery in one pack, there are thermal runaway risks, right? There are, the battery can get short-circuited, if there's any physical impact onto the car and it catches fire easily, the car. So there are safety concerns. So Tesla has come up with some solution to mitigate those risks, and they filed patents for those mitigation measures. And also Tesla has innovated on the battery, make the battery better and better. And one of the latest technology that they have developed is called the 6840 battery. The 6840 battery is one of the next generation battery that Tesla is going to introduce to the market, right? So Tesla has also protected that with a patent. Let's jump into the 6840 battery. So the 6840 battery was launched by Tesla in 2020. It is called 4680 battery because it is 46 millimeter in width and 80 millimeter in height. Therefore, it is called 4680 battery. So it is one of the important breakthrough by Tesla in battery technology. So the traditional lithium battery, right? The cylindrical lithium battery, you will jelly roll the cathode, the anode, and the separator together, and you have tap on the positive and negative terminal, right? This is the traditional lithium battery. One of the key innovation of this 4680 battery is to do away with tap. Because the tap, there will be a distance between the anode, the cathode, and the terminal, and that will introduce resistance. And the resistance will lead to energy loss and heat generation. It makes the battery less efficient. So what Tesla has done is remove the tap, and after removing the thread, the design uses at the end of the electrode, they create flaps on the electrode foil. They are cut, they are folded, and they are interleaved to form the connection point to the top and bottom terminal. So this is the simple, this is the innovation, right? The innovation is do away with tap using the cuts, the flaps from the electrode. So, and to replace the tap. Sorry. So this innovation, of course, that's the 4680 battery is also bigger, right? Because it's bigger, you have more energy density, you reduce the number of cells. But another very important is the tabless electrode design, the interleaf flat, the interleaf flat that improve the performance. Sorry, let me just change. Okay, so this is the key components, right? So just now I mentioned that pattern is a game of combination. So how you combine things together into an end product, and you can deliver a better result. You can meet the criteria of novelty and inventiveness, and you can get a patent protected. So in this 4680 battery, what is protected is a combination of having one electrode layer, and at the end of the electrode layer, you have a series of flaps, right? These are the flaps. The anode has a flat at the top, the cathode has a flat at the bottom, and these flaps are interleaved, they are folded in alternating patterns, right? And to form to touch the positive and negative terminal. By doing that, you do away with the tap, and you reduce the resistance and energy loss. So basically, this is one of the key patterns for the 4680 battery. By changing the configuration of the battery, using the flats to replace the tap, to improve the performance, and you can own a combination. So this is one of the key patterns, right? So I would like to share, okay, another pattern. We talk about runaway. You know, you put all the batteries together, you have the thermal runaway risk. So to mitigate this risk, you surround the batteries with conduits filled with chemical liquid, right? Those chemical liquids can extinguish metal fire. Metal fire is very hard to extinguish. So these conduits have breach point that will break when the heat reaches a certain temperature, right? So it has a preset temperature. So this is one of the mitigation. When your battery become too powerful, it catches fire more easily, right? It can get heated up. So you put in this security feature with the breaches, with the point of weakness, breach point. So this is the patent, right? Again, if you look at the patent, it's a combination, right? A combination of a battery mitigation system. We have cell, we have fluid, we have conduit, we have breach point, and then you have sensor, and you have a pump. So when the sensor sense a rise in temperature, there is a pressure sensor. So when there's a break in the weak point, the water pressure get reduced, so the sensor pick up the pressure difference, and they will pump the liquid to through the conduit to extinguish the fire. So basically, this is the combination that was claimed by the patent. And if any other manufacturer wants to use this combination of parts as a fire mitigation factor, they have to get the consent from Tesla. And also another security measure, right? What Tesla has done is to put fuse. They call it the tunable frangible conductor. It's basically a fuse that cut off the electricity when the battery is subject to certain mechanical or thermal force, right? When the car EV got into an accident, the thermal force, the fuse will cut off the battery and prevent electric short circuit, right? So this is basically, again, a very simple concept. You have the combination of first house member, meaning the upper part, and the second house member, the lower part that holds the battery, and then you have a fuse, one on the top and one at the bottom. So this fuse, when you are subject to impact or temperature increase, it will break, and the power will get cut off, right? So again, yeah, it's a simple combination, but it was protected as a patent, and therefore you own this solution. And if other EV manufacturers want to use conduit, want to use flag for their battery, wants to use a fuse to cut off, they would have to get the consent from Tesla. Next is about the $1 million battery. So I think a long-lasting battery is, in order to reduce the cost, maintenance cost, right? You want a battery that lasts, can run 1 million miles before you need to change the battery. So what Tesla has done is Tesla has looked into the chemistry of the electrolyte in the battery. So they found that by adding certain chemical, you can prolong the lifetime of the electrolyte and the battery. So this finding was protected as a patent, and this is the test result. The test results show that if you add these two electrolyte, as compared to other types of electrolyte, you can have a longer longevity for the battery. So this patent again was protected as a composition patent. As you can read the claim, it is an electrolyte comprising of these two additive A and additive B added together. Then this combination of electrolyte was owned by Tesla. Okay. So next, I would like to very quickly go through the other three areas so that I can cover everything within an hour. Third is, how do you can run to 600 kilometers on a single charge? How can you do that? So to have sufficient electrical power, right, to last such a long mileage is a challenge. So Tesla's solution was to come up with a hybrid battery. The electrode has two types of material. One part of it is called lithium cell. The other part of it is lithium metal cell. So lithium has a long longevity in terms of battery life, but lithium metal has higher energy density. So this combination of the two enable the battery to last longer. And not only that, they have a battery management system, right, to manage when to use lithium battery, when to use the lithium metal battery. So this technology was captured by these two patents. You can read a little bit more, right, through the handbook. So the first patent is claiming you have an electrode having two parts. One is electric lithium, one is lithium, one is lithium metal, right? In one battery, a hybrid battery. And Tesla filed another patent on how you can manage when to use lithium and when to use the lithium metal. And this is the second patent on how these two battery can be used. So basically, in short, right, the first battery, meaning the lithium battery, will be used for normal traveling, and the lithium metal for long extended travel. So if during normal time, the second battery can be used to charge the first battery, and all these are managed using a software. So this has been this is patented, protected through this claim, right? So the next one is supercharger. Yeah, another concern is range anxiety. We dare not buy EV car because it's very hard to find a charger, and when you find a charger, you have to wait for hours to charge your car, right? So Tesla has come up with some innovation where you can charge your car faster, 80% in 40 minutes in a supercharger. And these two supercharger are protected by a series of patents, but the key patents are these two that I'm sharing. For the first patent, Tesla engineer discovered that if you do adjustable multi-stage charging, right? Adjustable voltage charging. So you charge the car first using a constant voltage, and secondly using a constant current, and you can charge the battery, the lithium battery, faster. So this finding was captured by this patent, right? So if you were to charge a car using multi-stage voltage, adjustable voltage charging, then you will be infringing this particular patent. The other technology that contribute to faster charging is thermal conditioning of your charger station. Meaning, in this patent, you can adjust the temperature of the battery when you do charging. So before you charge a battery, you heat up the battery. During charging, you maintain the temperature. After charging, you lower down the temperature. You know, by doing so, you can actually speed up the charging. So all these method of charging are being protected by Tesla using the two patents. And the last patent that I would like to share with you is the one on software autonomous driving. So Tesla innovated a lot on the software, and one of the first autonomous driving function introduced by Tesla way back in 2020 was protected as a patent. It is called a smart summon function, where the driver, a car owner, can summon for a car from a car park and then pick you up from the doorsteps, right? So this self-driving patent was protected by this patent. Technology was protected by this patent. Using machine learning, using sensor data, you can actually map the environment. You can calculate a path from the car park to a location specified by the user, and then using real-time sensor updates, you can navigate the car to autonomously guide the vehicle to you, right? This is what this autonomous self-summon vehicle summon software is about. And this particular flow was protected by this patent. So again, software can be protected as a patent also. In this particular case, right, it's a combination of command that you give to through the software to carry out your instruction. So in this case, you have sensor, and you can determine the geographical location through a GPS, right? And then you use the machine learning, you use sensor to capture information about the environment surrounding the vehicle, and then the machine learning will find a path that will drive the car from the car park to your location, right? Using this all this real-time data from the sensor. So these steps, this combination of steps executed through a software is protected through this combination. So these are the few patterns that we pick up, and these patterns are filed to protect the differentiator that Tesla has created over the competitors. Okay, during my next few slides, I'm going to talk about Tesla design strategy, industrial design or design pattern, right? So industrial design is different from pattern. Pattern protects the solution, functional solution, whereas industrial design protects non-functional shape, right? So in order to be, if you want to protect a design, the design has to be something new, something appealing to the eyes, something non-functional, right? So you come up with any new design that you want to own, you can protect it as a industrial design, as we know it in the common law country, and in US, it is called a design pattern. Okay, so when we talk about design pattern, Tesla utilizes a strategy called the partial design protection strategy. Partial design means when you have a product, you don't just protect the entire product in one go, right? You break the design into different components, and if this component is an important design, then you will protect the component, the parts, the characteristic part, without lumping all design into one single application. This is called the partial design strategy. So when you do this partial design, the parts that you want to protect, you represent those parts with solid line, and the parts that you do not want to own, you disclaim it using broken line. So I just want to illustrate this strategy using Tesla Model 3. So when Tesla protect the shape of Model 3, it not only protects the entire car, but it breaks the car down into parts, and each of the parts are protected separately. So you can see it protects the shape of the steering wheel, it protects the shape of the bonnet, it protects the shape of the side mirror, different parts are protected separately. The reason why it is done in such a way is that it wants to it doesn't want people to copy some parts, and also it wants to control the aftermarket parts suppliers, right? So if you only protect the entire car, these individual parts, they are not protected separately, and people can just come in and sell the parts. So by using the partial design, Tesla was able to control not only the new car market, but the aftermarket parts supply market. So this is what Tesla has been doing. The same strategy applies to the semi-truck design. Yeah. So another example, when they protect the semi-truck, they protect not the elevated roof and the side panel separately. So these are how the industrial design was protected by Tesla. So there was an interesting case involving two EV company way back in 2018. There's another company selling electric trucks by the name of Nikola, taking action against Tesla for design infringement way back in 2018. Nikola has filed some design patent, partial design for the profiles of the cab, and also for the mirror, the windshield, and also for the side door, right? So again, Nikola didn't protect the entire electrical truck. Only they protect by parts, and they took an action against Tesla for design infringement. So in that particular case, Tesla filed a countersuit to argue that some of the parts that Nikola registered was not novel, because some other manufacturer have used that parts before. So both cases, this suit was settled out of court, and because of that countersuit. So I think with that, I have reached the end of my presentation.